Story time. One time I was hanging out with my buddies Steven and Cody, and I told Cody, hey, I have a VR, you want to try it out? And he's like, yes, I've never done that before, I want to try it. So he sits down on the couch and he puts the VR on, right? And he's like, this is beautiful. And Steven and I looked at each other and I was like, oh, I have an idea. So I take my fucking pants off. I grab peanut butter out of my fridge and I wipe some peanut butter on my ass crack. And I bend over in front of Cody, bare ass. And Steven's like, hey, Cody, reach out in front of you. And Cody reaches out, touches the peanut butter, and is like, what? And takes the VR off and is like, what the fuck? That was right in my frickin' ear. Story time. One time I was on a bridge with train tracks on it with my dog Jake. He's a Weimaraner. And under the bridge, there was a river about 50 feet below us. And there are these gaps in the train tracks where you can fall through and go into the river. At one point, my dog turned sideways and his back legs fell through the gap and he caught himself with his two front paws. There are rocks down below, so if my dog falls through, he's dead. There was nothing his back legs could touch, so he was holding on to dear life. And I turn around, I look at my dog, and my dog was already looking at me. I don't understand doggy language at all, but when I looked into his eyes, he was like, help me, bitch. I don't know why everyone says push-ups are hard. They're easy. Watch. This is just my warm-up. Hold on. Watch. Easy. Easy. Let's go. Let's get swole. Oh.
I'm so happy 'cause I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear.
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he never kiss ya. What is your problem? Just kidding, I love you. Story time. One time, I was having an argument with my friend. He was like, why do you even like Dragon Ball Z? It's so dumb. And then I was like, well, it just feels nice dragging these balls across your face.
Guys, I don't know what to do. It won't turn off.
Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Richard, I need your help. It's gonna blow up.
You're a fucking retard, Timmy. Push the off button. Story time. One time I was passed out and my sister was poking me and shit, trying to wake me up so I could take her to a tattoo shop. I tried farting on her so she'd go away, but that didn't work. So I was like, all right, I'll take you. And she was like, yes. Wait right here. And then she goes off, gets these big loopy earrings, puts them on like, bigger the loop, bigger the hoe. So I get ready too. We go to my car and I tell her, put the GPS up. It's 4 minutes away. She could have fucking walked there. I was so triggered, but I found my inner peace and I just went. So we go to the tattoo shop. I drop her off and she's like, can you wait here for me? And I was like, until your tattoo's done? She's like, yeah. And I was like, that'll take an hour. And she's like, no, it won't. And she was right. It wasn't an hour. It was an hour and a half. Story time. So I'm sitting on my mom's bed with all my siblings, right? Watching a movie. And there's barely any room for me. I look at all of my siblings and then I look at my mom and I'm like, why do you have to have so many kids? And then all my brothers and sisters look at my mom. And then mom was like, because mommy's a hoe. And then she starts twerking, and I heard a clap. Story time. Don't think much about this. I'm straight, but every time I drink and I'm like hammered, I say some gay shit sometimes. And I don't mean to do it offensively, I just do it because I think it's funny. Like there's this one time that my sister, my mom, and I went out drinking, right? And we were at the bar taking shots, right? And there was this dude that kept stalking my sister. So we decide to leave. And as we walk out of the bar, the dude follows us out the bar. And my sister's getting all worried and she's like, Taylor, do something. And I'm all hammered and I look at the dude, I look him up and down like, I'll fuck you in the ass. My sister and my mom dropped laughing and the guy got serious and he got up in my face. And he was like, what did you say to me? And I was like, you heard me. And then he got all hostile towards me like, I'll kick your ass. And then I was like, bitch, I'll lick your ass. I got a story time to tell you. When I was in high school, Jake Gyllenhaal was my favorite actor, right? And I went to Family Video one day to find a movie that Jake Gyllenhaal was in. And I'm looking around at all these movies and I see one movie that has Best Picture. And Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger was in the movie. And I picked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a cowboy movie. This is going to be sweet. I didn't know anything about this movie. Do you guys know what movie I just picked out? Brokeback Mountain. So I take the movie, I bring it to the cashier. The cashier takes it and he looks at the movie and he looks at me and he goes, And I'm like, hi. And he's like, so how's your day been? And I was like, it's pretty good. And then he starts flirting with me more, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm flattered, but I'm straight. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, who are you gonna see this movie with? And I was like, by myself. And then he was like, okay, enjoy your movie. So I go home, I put the movie in, and I start watching the movie. And for the first half of the movie, it's just boring. There's no plot being set up or nothing. It's just two cowboys hanging out in the mountains. Halfway through the movie, I'm just sitting on the couch like, what is the point of this movie? And there was a scene where one cowboy got out of his tent and went into the tent with the other cowboy and laid down right next to him. And I was like, oh, some shit's about to happen. And then he started to cuddle the other cowboy. And I was like, why is he cuddling him? Oh my God, no it isn't. And then they start fucking. And I was having flashbacks of that cashier hitting on me and realizing why he was hitting on me. So after I watched the scene of them going, I take the movie back and the same cashier was there. So when I went to return the movie, he was like, you didn't know what that movie was about, did you? And I was like, hell no. And he's like, you're such a gem. Story time. One time in middle school, I was wrestling at a wrestling duel, right? And I was 3 matches before I had to wrestle, and I had to poop really bad. And I did the math. I was like, so if I go to the bathroom right now, I should be 1 match before I have to go up. So I ran to the bathroom and I started pooping. Apparently, the 3 matches before me were all pinned. So I was up right away. And my friend comes in the bathroom, dude, you're up, like, right now. And I'm like, what? So I pinched my poop off in half, and then I had a weird boner coming in. I was half full of poop with a boner, and I had to go wrestle. Needless to say, I went out and wrestled hard, and I won. I guess you could say I was a hard opponent. Hi, this message is for my high school teacher, Mr. Dabrowski. If you're not him, keep on scrolling. This message isn't for you. Alright, motherfucker. Why is it every time you do assigned seats, you always put the big titty bitches up in front of class? You perverted fuck!